When life is uncertain or in times of confusion or a lack of clarity, oftentimes the advice is given to go back to the basics or to go back to our core principles or values. When we have these discussions around values, oftentimes though, we tend to stop prematurely.
Most organizations have an established set of core values, yet many times a significant number of the members within these organizations don't know what those values are or where to find them. Furthermore, those values aren't clearly defined. The behaviors that exemplify those values are unidentified, and positive behaviors aren't recognized when they do take place. As a result, an organization's core values find themselves reduced to a group of words with strong meaning but weak influence. Here are several ways that organizations can get the most out of their core values.
Number one, make them meaningful. It's critical that our core values are meaningful and resonate with the organization, with all the people of the organization. That means we need to take time, we need to put energy and resources into reaffirming the existing values, or at least making sure that our values are clear and that everybody knows those. That we still determine whether they're pertinent today, whether they're relevant, whether they're still meaningful. Are they our compass? Do they still provide that compass to have us go in the right direction?
Number two, make them inclusive. Invite members of the organization to speak into not only the values they feel depict the organization's purpose, but also the behaviors they think epitomize those values. Research shows that when a large percentage of employees play a role in establishing core values and setting behavioral standards, they're more likely to abide by those standards. We know it's not always possible to include everyone, but look for creative ways to elicit feedback on this pivotal part of the process.
Number three, make them official. It's critical once we have our values established and we've established identified behaviors is that we make it official and do something that makes it concrete to the organization. What some organizations do is write a culture statement or an agreement that the organizations can actually sign on to, and sometimes even creating a document that every employee signs stating that I understand them and I agree to them and I agree to live by them. It coincides well with the idea of goal setting. When we have a culture statement with our values and behaviors and people sign on to that, buy into and agree into it, we're in essence writing our goals, which gives us a much greater likelihood of seeing success and seeing people behave consistently with this core set of values.
Number four, make them a priority and then make them visible. Values are affirmed and behaviors are changed when both are viewed as priorities within the organization. Be intentional in your efforts to champion the organization's values to truly shape your culture. Acknowledge behaviors that reinforce those values. Additionally, your organization's members shouldn't have to struggle to locate those core values. They should be highly visible and embedded in all the facets of the operation. If the leadership with an organization doesn't make its values a priority, the employees certainly won't either.
Number five, make them stick. It's critical that we understand our values. It's the long game. It's a long journey. It's for the long-term picture. It's not an initiative. It's not a project. It's not a short-term task or thing we're going to do. So to make them stick, it's imperative that our leaders are good role models, that our leaders are the champions of the culture. So that means they have to live them out. They have to show what they look like, and they have to do it consistently. So that means we have to hold ourselves accountable as leaders. We also have to hold others accountable then. Part of making our culture and our values and the behaviors stick is that we have to hold people accountable, which means we mean them. We take them seriously and they're important to us.
If you need assistance in creating an organizational culture that doesn't just talk about the importance of core values, but rather lives them out each and every day, Rising Sun Consultants can help. Just give us a call or go to risingsunconsultants.com. Take care.